guys, what's up? Zach Evanish, UndergroundStrengthShow.tv, hanging with my boy Arnold, and I'm doing a different Underground Strength Show today. I'm going to answer an email that came in. Pretty cool email. It's about in response to an email newsletter I sent out about the number one undervalued physical trait, which to me I think people are always talking about speed and explosiveness, and they don't give any respect to strength. Well, if you want to be explosive, you want to be fast, you need to get strong as hell. Of course, being a fat bastard ain't going to help you. So let's check out this question. All right, this question's coming in from Carl. It says, Z, weights or wrestling? I ordered your DVD, and I agree with just about everything you write, which is fine. Don't expect everybody to agree with everything I write. I'm always looking for the cutting edge of training. However, I somewhat disagree when you say that strength training gets you mentally tough. I think I know what you mean, because training the way you teach is different than the way most high school football coaches teach. Amen to that. I've seen some nasty stuff going on in weight rooms with the high school football coaches. Not all of them, okay? I'm not generalizing, but a lot of them, not good. Maybe I should say the coaches that I know. My kids like the non-traditional lifting. They say it's fun. They see results. The kids like to be proud. They brag if they have the heaviest bench, squat, or power clean. Or they take their shirt off and show off. Our football program is big on traditional training. So I'm assuming that means squat, bench, and clean, which is, that stuff's great if it's done correctly and the kids are built up to it. They also do non-traditional workouts as well. The kids are getting stronger, but what I see is that the training is not getting them tougher on the football field. They're just getting stronger. When other teams come and hit them in the mouth, most of the time they back down. I tell my wrestlers what made me mentally tough was not lifting weights. It just made me a stronger person. What made me mentally tough was when my wrestling coach put me through hell. Those were the days. Now you get fired if you put the kids through hell, right? God forbid you work them too hard. Dusted me off, put me back into hell, dusted me off, put me back into hell, etc. I know, I coach wrestling, but I'm not prejudiced against football. I chose to play college football over college wrestling. Even during my high school and college days, football never gave me that killer instinct. I told my guys that I love football, but I was better at baseball. But wrestling taught me how to be mentally tough and go through a wall. Whatever life has thrown at me, I could face it like a warrior. Not just because of lifting weights, but because I wrestled. I asked the wrestlers who play football, especially first-year wrestlers, what has made you mentally tougher, weights or wrestling? My 4 years, because wrestling made me more mentally tough than the weight room, he chooses wrestling. Am I wrong? Carl, that's an awesome question, awesome statements. You're definitely not wrong, but it also depends on what kind of training program we're going through. Getting stronger might require simple straight sets, squat, bench, deadlift, pull-ups, dips, and maybe not pushing the pace so much. That's one way to get strong. But he's right when you talk about that may not get guys mentally tough, and they may not be going through hellish workouts. And here's where a quote-unquote workout gets a change. The number one goal of of training in the weight room is to improve the performance on the field, the playing field, the wrestling mat, whatever it is, the swimming pool, wherever the athlete plays. If it takes away from their ability to perform at a high level, then it's not an effective program. Now, sometimes the program, what I do sometimes, it has nothing to do with, I'm going to get you stronger. Maybe that first portion of the workout begins with some sort of like core type lift, some sort of complex movement or a big lift. After that, maybe it is time to go through hell. And the only way to make it through hell is to mentally get mentally tougher and become a warrior. And a lot of what Coach Reeve has done from Wake Forest, and if you've heard the interview I've done with him for the Underground Strength System, it's awesome. I remember reading an interview about one of his football players, and they said that even though they're not the biggest guys, a lot of reason why they win, or a lot of reason why they're able to come back through hell, meaning they're losing, their team is losing, is because in the weight room, the workouts Coach Reeve puts them through not only makes them more explosive, stronger, faster, and more conditioned, but mentally tougher. If they don't stick If they don't stick it out together in the weight room, there's no way that they'll be able to complete those workouts. And because of what they do in the weight room, they're able to go through hell and battle it out on the football field and kick some serious ass. So maybe they don't have the biggest squat, the biggest bench, the biggest clean. I certainly know that some of my guys don't have the biggest squat, bench, or clean, but we put them through hellish workouts to make them mentally tougher, and that's a huge missing link. And Carl is so right, because you could bench 400, 300, squat 400, whatever it is, but if you've got no mental toughness, there's something very different about going through a workout that starts causing you to question, can I make it through this workout? Am I tough enough? Your body starts to, quiver and shake. Your body and mind almost start to break down. The mind has to take you over that edge. And that's why it's critical. And I'm agreeing with Carl. It has nothing to do with science. And you know what? This kind of workout that puts somebody through hell and gives them an ass kicking on a safe level, not with dangerous techniques, some sort of crazy ass conditioning and pushing the pace workout, will make them better performers. Now remember, the key to whatever we're doing is to make them improve their performance. This also is going to depend on their age. You can't obviously do it with younger kids, but when you've got high school kids, you got to build them up physically so they can handle the workouts. And slowly, you get them into these brutal, hellish workouts. And you want to know what? Sometimes what these guys need to do are these, it doesn't matter if they're squatting or benching, but let's say they go through a workout and they start with a deadlift. After that, they start going through circuits of hand walking, prowler sprinting, battling ropes, sledgehammer slams, and the workout pushes them into a whole new realm of mental existence. So I like Carl's question, and in his words, you go through hell, you get back up, and you get back into the game. Last Thursday, we had 2 new clients come in. Wasn't a tough workout. It's our baseline workout, but both of them threw up. But you want to know what? They got back into the workout. Throwing up is not the goal of our workout. But you want to know what? Sometimes it happens. And there's 2 things you could do. You could give up and quit and not get back up, or you could throw up and get right back to the mix of things. So a lot of stuff to think about as far as training goes. Do we always need to just make them stronger and more explosive? Or do you personally or the people you train need to go through some hellish training to get them into a new mindset? And he's extremely right, because I've heard of football players tell me that when their team starts to lose, they just lay down and give up. Well, that's because they haven't gone through the right training. What kind of training have they gone through? What, they went through 2 weeks of doubles and they didn't train all year? Football kids telling me I'm going to start training in the summer. What about the 6 to 7 months leading up to the summer? What kind of training have you gone through? Training is year round. It's not just off season. Use it or lose it. So if you stop training in season, expect to lose it. All right? Good question, Carl. Thanks for sending that in. Zach Evnish, UndergroundStrengthShow.tv. Take care. Comb your hair. Peace.